But see, the thing is, you're lagging on mine too. So.
Oh, do you see me lagging?
No, but you're telling me you are. So.
It's no. I'm like, I mean, there's a little bit of lag, but I'm at 40 millisecond. I mean, that's really good. So it must be some kind of issue with your outgoing or something like that. I don't know. I don't know enough about networks to know what would cause that, but it's obviously there's some issue going on. So
I'll have to look and see if there's a firmware update for my router.
you mean firmware?
That's the only thing I'll be able to do. Besides get a new router. I mean, I could see if I was having issues with other things. Okay, time for a new router, but I don't have any issues with anything else.
Right. It's just bizarre. Bizarre. Oops, I still made blinkers on.
Bizarre, yo.
Bizarre, yo.
You were never big into comics, were you?
No, I'm not. I don't like more comic books. I like I had the G.I. Joe comic books for a while. I liked old comic. Like I read when I was a kid. I used to like Richie Rich.
Richie Rich was a comic?
Mm-hmm. What are the other comics? I mean, I had a lot of Richie Rich comics. I'm trying to think of what the other ones were though. But there was a lot of comic books I read as a kid. But then I didn't ever get into like Marvel and like the superhero comics and stuff like that. In my teenage years I did kind of have like a Batman phase. So we had like that really graphic novel, like it was Arkham Asylum, I think it was called.
Okay.
It was super disturbing. And then I also like got into like they released like all of, what was the guy's name that was it? I can't remember the name. There was a guy that did Batman originally, and they had like a book that had like the whole Batman collection in it. And it was really good. But I can't remember his name. But he was the guy that started the Batman comics.
So when you get married, who's going to do the photographing of your wedding?
I don't know. I think if we get married, it's going to be a real simple affair, if and when. Like, I don't think to be honest with you, I probably think just money-wise, because we've kind of talked about that a little bit, and.
Well, you're going to have to live stream it, right? Don't laugh.
I think it's going to be easier
Twitch.
just to record it, and then we'll play it back on
that'd be
YouTube.
live stream, Twitch, live stream.
We'll see.
It's going to have to be. We'll see. It's going to have to be.
The pressure. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
think about it. The people are going to comment on this video saying, "Oh yeah, you're going to have to Twitch it,
Right.
live stream it something."
All right. I mean, maybe the GoPro will do it, but I think it's going to be a very simple affair. It's not going to be like a huge wedding thing with dinners and everything. It's probably just going to be a very simple, like me, the pastor, maybe a couple friends, and I do.
And I do.
Right.
Well, what about the wife? Is she going to be there? The kids?
Well, I mean, obviously, yeah. But I think it's going to be a very simple, quick thing. It's not going to be like a massively published event.
Well, you are not. You are a public person now, or whatever.
I know.
You got a following.
That's true. Like, do we stream it on?
All of us into your life, so
Yeah.
better treat us right.
That's right.
Hey, look. If you have to, I'll volunteer. You can put a pole on the top of my chair. I got batteries.
Oh,
I can
that's
just
so
run
cute,
around the whole
Mr.
time.
Micah. Said I could run around the whole time. I'm just excited people are happy for us. And I'm excited that it's happening. I
hope it works out great.
I didn't think it would be possible to meet somebody through my channel, but I just love her. She's just goofy and sweet, and it's gonna work out. We'll be fine. She's what I'm looking for. But it is a weird thing, like we talked about earlier, how it's neat how people can kind of get to know each other, like, everybody that watches my channel gets to know me pretty intimately,
Oh yeah.
You guys know the story of my life, and it's a neat thing that somebody can watch all of that and then go, hey, like, maybe we could be in love, And it's like, wow.
Well, what's crazy is, like the whole time when you went through your divorce.
Right.
Like, I remember that.
Yeah, like
And
you've
I was
lived it
just,
with me. Yeah, it's just
yeah.
it's a unique. In some ways, it's bad, but in most ways, it's good. But
I think it
it's unique.
depends. What makes it bad is the uh, the group of people that are part of your community.
Right, and so it's good because I have a great group of people.
Yeah,
Right, and so
exactly.
it's just neat. Like we've lived so much life together. It's been 5 years, and a lot of
Hmm.
people, but a lot of people also come in late, and then they catch up by watching all the videos, and it's a neat, kind of scary thing though, because like my whole life is just out there for everybody to see,
Hmm.
and that's a little overwhelming.
Well, just think of it this way: when Violet and Ryan they have their kids, they're like, what was Grandpa like? Well, here's the videos. Go find out.
Yeah, there you go. Here's
This
the
is
whole
exactly how
series
Grandpa
right
was
here.
like.
You can spend like a year watching these videos and
Yeah.
really get to know who your grandpa was. What I thought was funny too that Simone has enlightened me to, and then my mom knew this and didn't tell me because I told my mom, and she's like, "Oh yeah, well my friend Melanie told me that." The Arthur nowadays is actually a cat name in England.
The
so
cat name?
so like Indiana Jones being named after the dog, well I'm named after the cat.
They're named after the cat.
That's right. I never had heard that before. I guess because there was some ad campaign where the cat's name was Arthur, and so everybody calls their cat Arthur now.
Oh
Isn't
man.
that funny? Arthur the cat. Which is funny too, because ironically, I was married to somebody named Cat, and I'm allergic to cats.
Oh gosh.
It just is funny.
How is she doing?
How's Cat doing?
Yeah, she.
Oh, terrible. Yeah, not good.
Is
In
she?
fact, I think I might have to have the conversation about homeschooling with her about maybe just moving to public school because she's so sick, and I don't know how she's going to keep up with the kids. Maybe she will, but she texted me at night and said, "Pray for me. I believe I either have bronchitis or walking pneumonia now." It's sad. She's like falling apart. I feel very sad for her. Nobody should have to go through that. I mean, we've definitely had some issues in the past just between the two of us, but no one should have to go through what she's going through, and it's rough. She's been just so sick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, poor cat. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I can. It really sucks.
I mean, at the end of the day, like who really wants to see people suffer?
Right, exactly. I don't like it. I want her to be well. My kids need her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, does Kat know about?
Oh, of
I
course.
what's her name again?
Simone.
Simone.
I know
don't
everybody
why
knows
I
her as
think it
Fleet.
starts with an R.
It also everyone
Right.
thinks of her as Fleetfoot, right? So, but no, it's Simone. Which is funny to me too, because I always think of Pee Wee Herman.
What?
Pee Wee Herman when he meant Simone, the girl at the.
Oh my gosh, that's right.
That's the first time I've ever heard of a girl named Simone. That was the first time I'd ever heard that name.
Oh
It was
jeez.
Pee Wee's Big Adventure. So it's just funny, like.
What do you want for the bike, Pee Wee? It's not for sale.
It's not for yeah, but remember Simone wanted to go to France,
Yeah.
and so he's like, "Live your dream, just go." And so she did. It was cute. Like at the end, she's like, and then she came back, and she goes, "Merci beaucoup, Pee Wee," and he's like, "Merci, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
But it's a French. Simone's name is a French name, and then she is her last name, which I'm not going to put on air because obviously that's
Right.
her private information, but it will be Chapman someday maybe. But it's is a Danish name. So it's actually her last name is actually a city in Denmark. So it's
Arthur,
yes.
stop.
You
You're
said-
giving out too much information already.
well, no, there's many cities. It wouldn't be one that you get. I'd never heard of it before.
Okay.
So it's not like, oh yeah, you mean whatever. But no, it's a name that anyway. But it was just cute. So, but it's funny because I said now are you because she says she really sounds not totally Scottish, but pretty Scottish.
Hmm.
Like just the way she sounds. So then she's like, oh no, I'm English. She says no. I'm English. But close. She said she can walk to Scotland from where she lives. So she's like, yeah, it's about a 40-minute walk to Scotland. Scotland is beautiful. I don't know if you ever saw the Top Gear episode where Jeremy goes to test out the it's a Subaru WRX and the Impreza, the Rally Sport or whatever. What was it? What's the Impreza one? The Lancer.
Oh, yes.
Not the Impreza. I'm sorry, the Mitsubishi Lancer and the Subaru Impreza WRX.
Right, there you go.
And he tries both. They run both of them up there, and it's just so beautiful, like the landscapes and stuff, the roads. Like he always says, America has flat roads or boring roads because they're all just straight flat roads, and I'm like, no, they don't. And then I'm like, yeah, actually, compared to that, they are. There are a few places.
We have some great roads, but the problem is we have too many restrictions.
Right? Yeah. There's a lot.
I think they found that one road that was really awesome. And what was it? 35 miles an hour.
Right.
Oh.
Beautiful road. Wrong speed.
I think what they had to do is they had to just open up some of those roads like 3 times a year.
Have fun.
And say, on this day, if you go kill yourself, you go kill yourself. Or, at least make it like, okay, 45, 55 miles an hour. Make it like it's fun.
Ambulances will be standing by.
Yeah.
For the injuries. Well, I'm glad we got this working, Micah. I was very sad when you had to keep disconnecting, and I was thinking, man, I hope we get to play together. So this actually works out very well, and I'm excited to be able to.
Well, I'm going to get it fixed so I can join the server Friday.
Yeah, for the Friday servers too, but at least we get to do our little private game together, which is always a showstopper on my channel. So, and not only that, but I enjoy.
This map is
go ahead.
Freaking awesome.
Yes, it is.
They've changed the textures on the ground.
Yeah, it's it's a little bit more muted than it was, and I really like.
You can actually see it.
Now this is one which is interesting. The mountains look good in the distance, where some of the other maps they look kind of washed out. These are real sharp.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they've changed, but this map just looks beautiful. It really looks, especially with the sunlight and the haze. Like this is what California looks like. Like when I've been there, the mountains look like that in the haze.
See, when I first got this map, when we first started this, it wasn't very great on the map because the soil texture. I mean, I like the red soil, but it's like you couldn't tell some things from another.
Right.
But they must have been working on it because it looks great.
Well, and it was kind of Lego-y looking too. Like I think the atmosphere effects have kind of eliminated that Lego feel. So it looks really good. I love this. You can see the details of the things. There's things inside the harvester that are turning. I don't know if you can see that on YouTube or not, but a lot of detail went into these models this year. I'm super happy with FS19. I know there's a lot of bugs. People have been complaining about the bugs, and there definitely are bugs out there. But it seems like all in all, the game feels like it's really good. Like I'm happy with it. I still have to do my review. I'm definitely going to bring up the cons in the review. I know there's people that I'll probably get a lot of thumbs down because I'm going to say some things about what's going on with the game. But in general, even with the cons, I still love it. I'm totally sold on this game. I don't think I'll ever play 17 again. And I know there's people that are playing it still, but for me, I'm just... there's a huge difference, though. I'll tell you what, the PC that you're playing on makes a difference. Because, like I said, I play it on my laptop. It doesn't look very good on my laptop, but it looks great on this computer. So it's like if you're playing on a laptop or you have an older system, it may not be worth the upgrade. But if you've got a good computer, the graphics have definitely been upgraded. So
I mean, for me, like I told you before, my biggest gripe was it seems like it needs to be optimized a bit more.
Right, and there's still some goofy things in it, but
that should come in time.
Right. Now, when you say optimized, tell me what you mean by optimized.
Less lag, things, textures come in quicker, smoother.
Right.
Things like that. No shuddering, no, you know what I mean? Like you're going along and all of a sudden there's a bunch of lag a little bit, and then a bunch of trees pop in, just
weird stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's smooth. I want the system to run a bit smoother. So, And I don't even have that many mods on or nothing. So it's like, what do we do when we got like 100 mods? So,
Right. Oh, like how stuttery it's going to get.
yeah.
Yeah. They keep coming out with good mods though. Today there were a bunch of good stuff that came out. We've now got the Fleagle trailer like we used to have. We've got the auto loader, the round bale trailer. So those are all good things. Look out, Mr. Micah, look out.
That is a nice looking harvester. That is
It's
for sure.
cute. Yeah, it's big enough that
sharp
it's
looking.
yeah, it's big enough that it can carry some about 4,500 so good for 4 passes. It picks up a decent amount. It does take a little longer than some of the bigger harvesters, but it's affordable. $105,000 plus the headers. I mean, that's pretty affordable compared to $300,000-$400,000, you know. It's a good beginning harvester. Or rental too, like it's cheap enough that we can actually rent it. And yet still have modern technology out on the field. So I steam cleaned my carpets today using
How did that go?
Rug Doctor. They look the same.
They look the same.
But at least I know they're clean. You know what I mean? We did what we could. It's the carpets are just I need at some point in the next couple of years I'm going to have to get new carpets.
Y'all also going to have to learn how to use hot water when you wash clothes.
Yeah, we had a little talk about that.
Yeah, I heard.
Thanks, Simone. Spilling the beans. She said, "What settings do you put him on?" I'm like, "Well, cold." She's like, "That doesn't clean him, you numpty." She called me a donut.
A donut.
She said, "You donut." She's like, "That doesn't clean him." I was like, "Oh." I said, "Well, I put him on whatever setting Evelyn has it on, so." I'm a numpty. All right, we're almost done. 45 minutes later. You're going to put down some cotton picket.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
Well, once I'm done doing this, I'll join you in the cultivation process. I'm so glad the other field that we bought has cotton on it, because that'll work out perfect.
I know, that worked out perfect.
Yep. I was not expecting that ease of transition.
But we still got 66,000 left, so.
You know what movie we watched the other night that was really weird that I haven't watched in forever? Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, yeah?
The only thing I noticed, like, as an adult watching it, I felt like they were trying too hard to make another Mary Poppins.
Oh, yeah?
But with a car instead of a maid. Or a nanny or whatever she was. It was just, it wasn't a very good movie. Like, I was like, wow, I remember this being so great as a kid. But whereas I can still go back as an adult and I watch Mary Poppins and I'm like, man, I love this movie. It's a great movie. You know,
Yeah.
But I go back and watch that and I'm like, oh, this didn't stand up to the test of time.
I always loved Sweet Toot.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I'd forgotten about all the songs. There's some good songs in the movie, but I don't know. I felt like they were trying too hard to make it, like, cute. Oh, wait, that's not done yet. And there was some kind of adult humor in there, too, that I was kind of surprised at. Like, whoa, like, I don't remember that being in the movie, but that definitely was not in Mary Poppins.
Chimney, chim-chim-cheree.
Yeah, that's Mary Poppins. There we go. And you know who was in Mary Poppins?
Oh, yeah.
Arthur Treacher.
Who?
Arthur Treacher, the actor.
Who's that?
He was the constable.
Not remember. Oh, okay.
Remember he'd go into the house, like the kids are missing. He's like, oh, I'll ring up he's the station. And he's like on the phone. And she's like, oh, wait, don't call. He's like, okay. And then he's like, no, you got to call. And he's like, oh. And then he starts ringing it up again. He was a famous actor in the 60s, I think. And then I don't know if he's related to the restaurant or not. But I would think so. Arthur Treacher's fish and chips. You ever
I
have
don't
that?
know.
Do you remember Arthur Treacher's fish and chips or no?
No.
Really?
When I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money, so we never ate out a lot.
Yeah.
We went out to eat. It was very rare.
Well, it was kind of almost like a fast food fish and chips place. So you got like a basket with like beer battered fish, and then French fries because the chips were
Oh, Long
French
John
fries.
Silver.
Yeah, but cheaper. But it was like in a Subway type building. You know what I mean? Like how you go into Subway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that same kind of thing. You get the little plastic basket and the changing my seating position here. I'm gonna sit up straight for a little bit. I don't know. It was cheap like lunch food. They had hush puppies too. I think they had like these potato filled like. Have you ever had a hush puppy? No.
Yeah, that's cornbread.
Yeah, like the cornbread stuff. Right. They had hush puppies too. So. And it was really good. And it was Arthur Treacher's fish and chips. But I think it's gone now. I know there's none around here anymore. I don't know if the whole chain is out of business or... I've outpaced you, Mr. Micah.
Well, when I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of money. The only thing I ever got were like Matchbox cars because they were $1.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's all my kids get now.
Yeah.
What do you want for Christmas? A Matchbox? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
But they love it. You love your Matchbox cars, don't you, John?
What?
You love your Matchbox cars, don't you? Oops.
Yeah. A little bit?
Like your little Hot Wheels and Matchbox.
Oh, yeah.
He said, oh, yeah.
Belly ones?
You love them, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still got mine.
I mean, mine are pretty
I
beat
even
down.
have
I got a
some of
couple
my
of them.
dad's
That's so funny. I've got a couple
from
of
the
them.
60s.
I have a Honda Civic rally car. I've got a Fiat rally car. I'm trying to think. These are all from like the 70s. I have one of those 80s like the flexible buses. Do you remember those really ugly buses that we had for a while that were like kind of rounded?
Mm-hmm.
I have a Hot Wheels version of that. What? No, because I'm going to church in the morning with the kids. The Chillins and I are going to church. Or as they say, choich. I love my church. It's a great place to be. I want double wheels on my tractor.
You got your wide tires. You always I like them wide.
No, you said I like them wide.
So I gave them to you.
He gave me the wide tire. I didn't know that they harvested the sunflowers when they died. That's interesting. Like they let them grow till they're dead. Man, those beacons look so good. I'm turning them off though, but they look great.
I don't even think I have beacons on this.
No, the Star tractors do not have beacons. Probably not a requirement in South America, though the doesn't. What the heck?
What was that?
I must have a roller coaster in one of those bedrooms. The kids,
Oh my
Brian
gosh.
probably went in and scared the girls or Seth on purpose because Evelyn's has her little friend Emma over,
Aw.
and then she's keeping Violet from being part of the party because she's mean. You know, girls do that. Like, well, you're my friend and not her friend. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Sisters love.
That's right. They need to be kind to one another.
Well, they're going to go through a time where they,
Yep. As they get older,
But-
they'll become
yep.
friends again.
Oh, yeah.
They'll work it out.
Or they won't.
Or they won't.
Okay.
They'll hate each other for the rest of their lives. That happens too sometimes. I hope
Yeah.
not. I hope I've trained my kids enough that doesn't happen, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Toot. Sweet. Toot.
Yeah, I don't
Sweet.
understand families where they're like, you're disowned. I don't ever want to see you again in my life.
Yeah. That happened to my family, unfortunately.
Really?
Over money. It was stupid. Yeah. And my mom's fault. I hate to say that. I love my mom dearly, but it was her fault.
Is it your brother or sister?
No, my mom.
Oh, you don't want to see your mom no more?
No. She had a falling out with her sisters over the inheritance that my
Okay.
grandparents left, and did not do things the way that she should have. So, it really hurt our family. It was very bad, and so now I pretty much. I mean, I have stayed in contact with my aunts, and I've let my mom know too. Like, look, I know you don't get along with them, but I'm not losing my aunts and my cousins because of you guys falling out.
Yeah.
So, I go to visit my aunt in Michigan. My cousin Joe comes to see me all the time because he's from Michigan. He passes through Ohio. So I get to see him, at least 2 or 3 times a year. And so we've stayed close. My Aunt Janice is a little harder because she lives in Texas. So her and her kids and her husband live out in Austin. But I love him. And when I do get to go that way, I get to see him. So when Mark graduated from the military academy, or whatever they call it, the boot camp, when we went down to see him graduate, I stopped there to see them. So I love that I can hear that train horn. It's like being here at home.
Oh, that's the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, did you hear it? It was like...
Yeah, I thought I heard it a couple times.
Yep. We had a rumbler go through last night. They must have been carrying something heavy because they had like 6 engines.
Wow.
The sun's starting to go down.
Like, what else can we talk about?
And ladies and gentlemen, no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, right. We've talked about everything pretty much. How are things?
Almost.
How's Wall Street?
That's Wall Street.
Economy's actually doing really good.
Yep.
Jobless numbers are way down. Wall Street's doing great. I went over to my friend. I went over to my friend Jim Spindler's house, and he's a pretty staunch Democrat.
Yeah.
But he's conservative in his thinking. I don't understand the combination, but whatever. And he, of course, absolutely hates Donald Trump. And he's like, I gotta admit, when I was over the other day, I'm like, what? Because he'll talk to me about stuff. He's like, I'm actually losing my work right now because it's so good that people aren't applying, because his job is to screen people for disability.
Okay.
He's like, they're not applying anymore because everybody's got jobs. I was like, wow. He's like, it's not good for me because now I'm losing my job, but it's, but the economy's booming. He's like, I gotta admit, he's doing an okay job. I was like, wow, that's for you to say that. Like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like nobody's perfect, and it's like, yes, he's a bit of a
he's a loose cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, well, not, there's like jerks, and but you know what, he does a good job. So
he knows how to make things happen, and that's his strength. So, by the way, nice job of getting up. But anyway, but it's just funny because like Simone's in Europe, nobody likes him in Europe. So, of course, none of them like any of their politicians either. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty much like, we're ready for an entirely new government. Like the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I remember someone was like, "We love Obama." I'm like, well, he's not over there.
Yeah, though he did some good things too. I mean, he did some bad and some good. Every president is like that. They got some things that they're really good at and some things that they're terrible at. And I don't know. But it was just funny to hear that, like Simone's opinion on all of it. She's just like, yeah, I'm pretty much ready for an entire new government over here. Time to start over. Revolution.
I don't know if they'll ever get one.
No, I know. I think at this point things are pretty settled. Though they kind of had a pretty big shakeup when they
left the EU.
Yeah, when they left the EU. But
oh, what is it? No politics. I'm
yeah,
trying
sorry.
my best to get
Politics.
Sorry, I'm trying my best to get away from it, but
well, I don't know enough about European politicking It's very different.
Well, I look at it like kind of like this. I heard this is what I was hearing is that this is what I don't like about quote socialism is so over there they decided to put a 14% higher tax on beef just because they don't want the people to eat as much beef
Okay.
because it's not quite as it's not healthy.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's what I don't like is being like
When
it's
you
like,
start,
I think
you shouldn't. Yeah, people should be able to decide for themselves what they want to eat.
right.
Is
and
the
it's
point,
just kind of
right.
like, oh no, since we're the government and we don't want we want people to be more healthy, we're just gonna throw a tax on beef just so people eat less of it.
Yeah, interesting. It's an it's an interesting thing, but then again, the the opposite side of that is does it help people be more healthy?
I don't know.
But
But
it's
the only thing is the only people it affects is the poor. It doesn't affect the rich.
yeah, that's true because they can still buy the meat whether they're gonna right. It's just the poor people that end up getting skunked. Right. That's a good
Right.
point. Yeah, because the rich people can still buy whatever they want.
Yeah. No, I mean I know some people who can't eat beef at all.
Right.
You know, they lost the enzymes in their stomach and stuff.
How does that
But-
happen?
I don't know. There's a guy at the steak place we go to, and I'm like, what do you think of this cut of meat? And he's just like, I can't eat beef no more.
What?
He goes, I've ate so much of it in my life that I can't eat it now.
That's so sad.
So he eats salmon and chicken now.
I love salmon.
Hmm
I love chicken, and I love beef.
I just wish there wasn't so much. Wasn't so expensive.
Fish is expensive, and it's got mercury, so it's not very good for you. A lot of it does, not all of it, but a lot of it does. You gotta watch.
Oh, they'll probably end up putting another 20% tax on that just because it's got mercury in it.
Right. That's what causes revolutions: taxation without representation. I am just having such a hard time getting this thing to go straight. And I play this harvester on my personal farm, so I know it's not the harvester. It's definitely the tiny little bit of server lag that I'm experiencing.
I will say this about the game. I love the fact that we can build our own farms and stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact that the cost just to put down, like I remember I went to put down a shed, and it said I think it was like $9,000.
Right.
It ended up costing me $40,000.
Right, because I think they need to nerf how much it costs to put the stuff down the terrain.
Well, yeah, and especially if they don't give us an ability to smooth out the terrain, that really, because I'll just put it this way, I really don't care about playing the game so much, because it's like I can't get started.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
Because it's like, okay, I need to buy a tractor, and I need to do this, and it's just like, man, just to put down, and then the house, $350,000 just so you can spawn and sleep in a spot.
Right.
Ugh.
I know. Well, that's what there's a tent one out there. I hope somebody comes up with something a little bit more permanent, but they do have a farmer's tent, so you can actually start out by living in a tent and have like a lot less expense.
Yeah, because I was going to start a La Pancha or start a South America farm, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just buy the land where the original farm is, and that's
Right.
like in millions of dollars.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
then I thought, okay, then to buy the house is another $350,000. And
Right.
it's just like,
Forget it.
yeah,
Forget about it. We'll just live in town.
it's like I might as well buy that big semi truck and just live in the truck.
Right. Oh, the big truck. Yeah, you can live in the. Only problem is there's no bathroom. You have
Well, you're in a farm field, just go outside.
to just go outside and pee in the field. What do we got to poop though?
It's
Too much
fertilizer.
information. What'd you say?
It's
fertilizer? Make a manure pile. Make a manure pile.
Yeah, I hope the modders, the modder guys, they get in there and grab those decorations, those other buildings,
Yeah.
and turn them into houses for us.
Yep. Like have a trailer or something. That'd be.
Hmm. Like my trailer that I built on year one game, you know?
Right. That'd be Bonzer.
Yeah, I mean, oh, listen to that sweet horn.
You hear the train horn?
Yeah.
I love this harvester. It's so cute. Beep beep.
Oh, you got done.
Yeah, I'm moseying on back to the shop so I can return it.
Did you sell the crops at the best place yet?
Not yet. Not yet. I'll do that next. Once this is returned.
Oh, that's nice.
We've used it for 1.2 hours. It's not very fast on the ground. It's about 13 miles an hour top speed. It is getting dark out. Fast. I love hearing the woodpeckers and stuff and the wind.
Mm-hmm.
So the Neva, remember the Roslamash Neva was the original Roslamash. Remember that little one?
Yeah.
This is the Nova. So they went from Neva to Nova. I'm going to cut across this grass here. This is my bad boy. All right, folks. We have arrived back at the Karumba SRL. Ay, Karumba. And I'm going to go ahead and sell that sunflower seed, and then I'm going to join Micah in our field cultivation if he so desires me to. I'm going to ram the truck into that building. Not on purpose. A, customize, return. A. Thank you for letting us use that. Ooh, I do like the wide tires on this.
I know.
Wow, is that a good looking tractor?
I always like the doubles.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. This thing's awesome. That's really cool stuff, man.
I think it's like driving a Ferrari.
It's like driving a Ferrari. I'm just getting some footage for the intro. We need to make a little intro video.
Have you thought about doing a new song for the Farm Simulator or anything?
I might have thought about it, but I haven't done it. I'm just kidding. I probably will do one.
Daddy, I'm gonna buy your swimsuit for a second.
You can borrow my swimsuit? Bring it back when you're done. Oh, you're almost finished. Look at you.
Just over half, yeah.
You know, see Mr. Micah. Get a film strip of Mr. Micah here.
Don't look at me, I'm ugly.
And this field needs lime too, dang it.
Does it?
Yep.
Unlock this.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to walk with swinging your arms a little better. You look a little stiff.
I know the animations they went like downhill from last year's. I don't know what happened, but they don't look like they used to. Let me get one more shot like that, and then I'll take a break and bring it back. Mike, turn your lights on.
Gosh, so demanding.
All right, now go ahead, go. What are you waiting for? I'm just teasing. Just run me over.
Oh, I'm trying, buddy. Believe me, I'm trying.
Awesome. Great shot.
Oh, stay away from me.
Yeah, get off my butt. Perfect.